So in this video, actually, this is what I want to accomplish, right? This is my final result that I want to accomplish, to show an animation of a visualization actually in Tableau. Hi and welcome back on this new video, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you can get a notification whenever I upload a new content. So in this video, I'm going to actually continue on the animation, chart animation with Tableau. This is actually a report that I was reading. Okay, this is people 2020 British Columbia statistic, right? So provincial population projection that they did. Very interesting report. And what I was actually interested in is the way the data visualization was done here. That's pretty much what really struck me actually. The way they actually visualize this content. The population project 2020 versus 2041. So you have the male and then the female over here, and then this line chart, this line is the projection for 2041, and then the 2020 is right inside, right? So this one varies. Yeah, so this was very interesting, and actually if you are interested on this report, I will link it up to I will attach a link to this video. Now the data set we're going to use here for this is actually obtained from this website. I will link up also the data set, so if you're interested in following actually what will be demonstrated here based on this data set. That's how we obtain the data. I use the age group here, change, because we have different selection here that you can make based on various steps. You follow this step and then you can download the data based on whatever you want, or generate in any output. We can reset, you do whatever you want, and then get the data and for your analysis. So here is the data set, based on the selection that I made. I was able to obtain actually just one district, because you have a bunch of districts in Canada. I only choose British Columbia, and then the year varies from 1986 to 2045. So that's the data that I choose here, 2045. Okay, and the next thing here, we have the gender, we have the total population, we have the age group. So I choose here a age being varying from less than 1 to I would say 90 plus. So over here again, when you look at the data set over here, you can choose 5 years age group. You can customize it. You can use a single year, you can use total. It is up to you. I choose 5 years age group. So that's what I'm using here for this data set. Now if we want to visualize it, we want to have the age being in one single column, instead of having each single column for each age being. That's not fair enough. The best way to display the data would be to rearrange it and then have the age being in just one column, and then to have the population in another column. So for each age group, we will have the population. For each age group, we have the population based on the gender and then the year. Definitely I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not interested on this column, right? So we can just hide this. This is the 00. I'm not even the British Columbia as well. I'm not sure I'm interested in it. We already know that we are using British Columbia there. We can hide this as well because it's the same stuff. So again, I'm interested in the year, the gender, but the total up to this one, I want to put them in just 2 different columns. I want to have the age bin and then the column. So we can select this up to the last range here. Press shift, add everything together, and then we're going to pivot this one. So after pivoting, we only have 2 fields. All right, we have the age bin here, so we can change this name and put age bin. All right, age bin. And over here I want to put so let me do this. Okay, let me do this. And here is the population actually. So let me change this as well and then put population. Okay, this is good. So now we have for each age being from 1 to 4, we already have these. From 5 to 9 we have this, and so on. And there is something that I believe I forgot to change, is this, right? The LT1 is people that are less than 1 years old. So we can keep it LT1. We can also make it much more intuitive, instead of having this right here, we can change this range, to, and I can go right back and do it like quickly without wasting further time. So we need to change this LT1 to less than 1 here. So change fast forward, we have now less than 1 here and so on. So here's the data set with 4 different columns. That's what we are going to use here. Let me open up a new sheet here, and what I want to do here is to display the I just want to try to come up with something like the one we saw here on the report. That's what I'm trying to build up here, this something like that. But I want to make it animate. We want to see it, throughout the years, 1986, to 45, to 2045. So I want to build up something similar to what we have here. Clearly, when you look at it, this is something like this. I'm gonna come forward with. So I want to have a population data for male and then a different population data for females. And to do that, we need to create a calculator, because we do not have a population for, we have a gender group, but we do not have a population for for a given gender, for male and then female. So we're going to create here a calculated field, and then we're going to call this male, and that would be if, okay, gender, right? If gender, and so if gender is equal to m, but then population n. So we can apply this, and then okay, I'm going to do the same thing with the female as well, so we can actually duplicate this one, right? And then we just need to change the naming convention. So I will just edit this, change this to female, and then if gender is equal to f, because this is female, then population, and then n, we apply this, and then okay. So now the next thing I want to do here is to bring the age bin, okay, to my rows. I want to have them here to the rows. We can put it right here. We can do it as well, still the same thing. So I want to bring my age bin here to my rows, and then I want to bring the gender, which means male and female, to my columns. So I'm going to bring each of these here, female here, and male here. Great. Now I can switch this page, to follow exactly what was being done on the other side. Now the next thing we want to get rid of is this total. This is the total population. Like each of these is the age bin, right? We have less than 1 to 4, 5 to 9, so on. That's the population for each age group. But this last one is the total population for all these, the age bracket for all the bins, and we are not interested on this total population, because clearly you can see this one is skewing our data, right? So we want to get rid of this. We want to exclude this, and now we have something way much better. The next thing we want to do here is to change the coloring, right? We have male and female that have the same color. We do not want to have that. We want to have different coloring. Let me pick my gender here to color, and then we have 2 different coloring. But I think the male, I want to have different color for the male, and then different. I will update this, right? I will change this coloring to edit coloring, this blue color, okay? And for female, I want to have something, I think female, they like this color, orange here. I'll keep that. Let's apply this, and then okay, this is way better, right? So this is what I will keep here, and again we can click on this and then show data, to the default. So this will get rid of the nulls. Okay, cool. Now the next thing we want to do here, clearly you can see this 0 here, right? We want to have the 0 axis here. Each of these group to have the same 0 axis, right? The one on the left side, that is male, and then the one on the right side is female. We want them to have the same 0 axis. So to do that, we're just going to reverse this. So you can edit axis, and then we are going to reverse this, and clearly you can see what's going on here. So we reverse this, and then we have something similar. Okay, and this is still in line with whatever we see here on the report. Okay, we have male, it's just the coloring that we've changed a little bit here, and yeah. So the next thing that I want to do here is to reorder, actually. Okay, I want to reorder everything. Clearly you can see the age group starts from 0 to 90, right? 90 plus, but mine is not really ordered. We have less than 1 year old here, and then we have 1 to 4. It's not really ordered. We want to have the less than 1 at the top, followed by 1 to 4, 5 to 9, and continue downward, right? I don't even know what really happens here. but it's not following, so, and then 15 to 20, 20 to 49, and so on. So I want to switch this one right here at the very top. Okay, I want to put it at the top, so we have less than 1, you see that, and then 1 to 4, and then 5 to 9, 10 to, and so on. So what we want to do is to make this is to animate actually this, this visualization. Want to have it we want to animate this, and to do that we're going to move actually our age, or I mean the year, to the page, because the page will help us animate this. So we move the yearly data, to pages, and when we do that, clearly you will see some changes already. Okay, the visualization shrink. Okay, it shrink because we only have here year 1986. Now when we start animating this, it's going to change from 1986 to 2045, and you can see the age group here. When you click up here, that's the total age group we have, 2045. That's the length. So we can start animating this, and I can start from this very slow, very slow, and then play this. It's going to be very, very, very slow. So it's changing, but slowly. This is 87, this is 88, and you can see that. So we can change the pace again. This is 89, this is 90, so I can make it faster. Now it's faster, 95, 96, 97, and you can see how it's changing. And this is how the population is changing from 1986 to 2045. That's how the population overlook actually is changing. 2023, 2025, and so on. You see it's expanding, the population is getting bigger and bigger. Clearly you can see here. Okay, it's changing here to 45 to 36. It's changing, it's changing, it's changing up to 2045. So this is how you can animate your graph. And again, that's what I have for this video. That's how you can animate your visualization, and I hope this helped, and thank you for watching. Again, see you on the next video.